morning, everyone. Today we are going to talk the topic of veganism. So first of all, let me and my partner introduce ourselves. Hello everyone, my name is Qin Ziyu. I'm from BBI Group 19A. My metric number is 19956.
And I am Yes Bishara, and my metric number is 197719.
Okay, so back to our topic. Today we are going to talk about veganism. So me and my partner, we gonna give you some useful informations. So before I start my presentation, may I ask, do you know the meaning of veganism?
Yeah, but I'm not quite clear about that. Can you mind to explain?
Okay, so second question is, have you ever heard about a vegetarian?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So since you don't know the meaning of veganism, I think you also don't know the differences between these two terms.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a look together. So here, first of all, I'd like to share a quotation from the founder of veganism. He said that we can see quite plainly that present civilization is built on the exploitation of animals, just as past civilizations were built on the exploitation of slaves. And this is very obviously that we can see from the founder's origin. He believes that animal has the equality as human being have. So this is very famous quotation from him. And under the veganism, today we are going to give you two objectives. One is what is the veganism, is the meaning and definition. And second one is what is the purposes of veganism. Okay. First of all, we take a look at the meaning. So, what is vegan? To put it in a simple word, this is vegetarian plus non-dairy and eggs. So, as well known, vegetarian people who is vegetarian maybe for different reasons, because of religion and also because of their personal beliefs. But generally, vegan is based on vegetarian plus those who are vegetarian never eat eggs and cheese and non-dairy. That is vegan or veganism. Do you have any question?
So far, no.
Okay, thank you. I continue. Next is, I think we should take a look of the history of how vegan be formed. It can help you get a better understanding of the philosophy of veganism. So you can see very clearly here four steps how vegan be formed, and a lot of people join this community. Before vegan, this word be created, there is a vegetarian society, which is today still very famous around the world. So in 1944, August, one day, the vegetarian group people want to devote for a newsletter about non-dairy vegetarian. After that, the mystery of Donna Watson, which is the founder of the veganism, he was one of the members working with this community. After that, after this meeting, he created a newsletter about that discussion before, and this is Vegan the Words first appeared to the public. The newsletter name is Vegan News. So after that, thirdly, New Vegan Society held the first meeting in London. It's the same year, but in November. So we can see from August to November, it's already a group of people. They automatically form a community. So after that, lastly, first time in 1962, we can see it's 18 years later, and Oxford Dictionary published the word vegan. This means this word vegan is officially be accepted by the government and by the public. So next, this is how I think you're also curious all the people settling. She has an idea of create these words. So here he said the beginning and the end of vegetarian. These words, that's why she take the first third words VGE and the last two AN
I see.
and put them together as vegan. This is a very interesting point.
This is very
Actually, I also didn't know before.
Yeah.
After I searched, I said, oh, that's why. So based on the founder understanding, the reason why he picked up the first three and last two as a vegan, because he believes that vegan is start from the vegetarian and as vegetarian as a foundation of vegan. Next, the differences between vegan and vegetarian. I believe that so far as I explained for you and you already know, it's very obviously as just beginning I said, vegan is vegetarian plus non-egg and non-cheese. That's all about my part. Do you have any question?
No, everything is clear. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
So we'll be proceeding to the next objective, which is the purposes of veganism. As it is numerous paths will lead to veganism, such as it depends on a person's experience, interest, and also outlook on the world. So for the purposes, I separated it into two parts, which is for lifestyle and health, and also factors of becoming vegan. So for lifestyle and health, I keep it into 3 points to make it a bit clearer. So for the first one is for vegan lifestyle and health, it is eating clean and fresh food. This is because as we all know that 100% plant-based diet is definitely healthy, and it is for sure will reduce the risk to many serious chronic disease, and also by having that 100% plant-based diet, it is an alternative to animal food, such as the vegan usually substitute their meats with legumes, seeds, beans, and also nuts to have the same diet or to have the same nutrient as eating the animal's meat. And also the plant-based diet is usually will increase the dietary variety, as they need to vary their intake of food. They need to have the colorful so that it will have various of vitamins and minerals in it. And then by having the eating clean and fresh food also, it will ensure the body to have a healthy body by eating various of foods such as whole foods, fruits, vegetables, and beans. Okay, next is the vegan way of life, which is as we all know, and as you explained earlier, it is that vegan usually don't consume any animal meats and what's not, but then in their way of life also they apply it, so they won't have they would wear synthetic fiber instead of wool from sheep, or any leather from snakes or crocodiles and what's not. The handbags, all the animal products, they will refrain from using that. And vegan way of life is also being mindfulness. In other words, is to consider deleterious impact on animals, and it is also an effort to curb animal cruelty. And the next one is responsible lifestyle, in which vegan they are applying their veganism in their lifestyle is to to help them to be centralized and to be more responsible to their life, to their environment, and also to their life. Okay, and then the responsible lifestyle will also I include that because for vegan, for a vegan, they avoid all those non-dairies, eggs, and animal meats is to avoid being in this series of selfishness and exploitation of resource and life being, and also all animal product will cause inevitable and suffering and also injustice to the animal itself. And then the next one is some of the factors of becoming vegan. So I simplified into 3 parts, which is the first one is environmental protection, in which industrial animal farming is indeed a huge contributor to animal degradation. And then for livestock and their byproducts is actually contributing to 51% of annual worldwide greenhouse gas emission, and it is contributing also to climate changes and global warming.
Very good.
And then that is why the vegan are refraining themselves to avoid all these animal meats to recover the world back. And then under the environmental protection also, a vegan always question the impact of food they are eating on daily basis on environment. And for the last point for the environmental protection is the vegan always embrace animal-free lifestyle. Okay, and the next one is people usually becoming vegan also to cut on expenses, as their usual food intake of a vegan is usually the beans, legumes, seed, nuts, and what's not. It is actually can be extremely economical because the diet around grains, beans, legumes, seed, and seasonal fruits and vegetables is actually cutting monthly costs or monthly expenses, as this kind of food can be buy in bulk and can be kept for a long time. Instead of their poultry and what's not, when we bought it, it need to be used up within the most
Few days.
Yeah, a few days up to a week. That's the limit. And the next one, or the last point for factors of becoming vegan, is animal matters. This is because life of average farm animal is filled with pain, suffering, loneliness, and also premature death. This is some of the example is that one is cows farm for milk repeatedly, and the babies are soon taken after birth, and the cows itself are killed whenever they do not produce economical milk production. When they do not produce economical milk production, it is a bit cruel to secure it. So that is why becoming a vegan, they are considering the animals' fate of life. And then the next one is chickens. As far as I read, is that chicken is the most suffering animal so far. This is because the chickens farm for eggs, yes, and then it is bred. The chicken is bred laying eggs on unnatural rate. This is, for example, it's like they are breeding the chicken on unusual rate to fasten the production, to increase the production as the population is increasing and the food demand is increasing. And then the bodies of the chicken, when the chicken are pushed to produce eggs, to lay eggs on unnatural rate, it makes the bodies of the chicken to be exhausted, and they are usually killed before the normal lifespan. Yes, it is so sad. And then so far, do you have any question on the slides or on the explanation?
No, I think everything is very clear.
Thank you. Okay, so this is some of the pictures of the vegan diet. as we can see, there are various of colors to make sure that they have the sufficient amount of nutrient and mineral. And the next one is the
Heart shape.
heart shape of earth, indicating
Very
that
nice picture.
indicating that they're vegan are environmental loving, because they are helping to recover the world back by having their veganism lifestyle. Okay, so to conclude the points so far, so vegan leads to intent, and they are doing their best, their very best to the world to create a world which no animals are harmed in service to human. Okay, and then veganism is also not just diet. It is beyond that. It is a way of life. And then if you believe that all animals deserve to live their life free of duty of obligation, and then you are on the right path. It is for the veganism vision. Okay, so I would like to conclude also our presentation on veganism with a quote from Angel Flynn. She said that humans have no need for animal products, and the increasing number of vegans on the planet is a testament to how easy it is to live a healthy, fulfilling life without participating in the systematic abuse and unnecessary killing that goes in the animal industry every day. Okay. And I think that's all for today and for the presentation.
Yes, is anyone have any questions regarding me and my partner part? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.